He told me I was crazy for thinking he was cheating, that I was paranoid, needy, impossible to please. Every time I tried to talk about the late nights, the lipstick stains that weren't mine, the weird charges on our shared credit card, he'd flip it around. Somehow I was the one ruining us. So I started to believe him. I apologized for being suspicious, tried harder, went to therapy alone. I stopped questioning the way he'd laugh into his phone at midnight or how he'd come home smelling like perfume, not mine, never mine. Then last week, my best friend sent me a link. It was one of those viral advice columns, the kind that asks what would you do? And every comment is a bloodbath. She said, "This sounds exactly like you." And it did. Every detail, the fights, the accusations, the exact words he'd used in our arguments. My stomach dropped when I saw how many people had commented, dissecting my behavior, calling me controlling, toxic, unhinged. The column was anonymous, but the stories were mine, our private hell, broadcast for strangers to judge. I confronted him, and for the first time, he didn't yell. He just stared at me, jaw tight, eyes wet, and said, "I didn't know how else to talk about it. I needed someone to understand." That's when I realized he hadn't just been cheating with other women. He'd been cheating on reality, twisting the truth, feeding the world this version of us where I was the villain and he was the victim. He'd let thousands of strangers into our home through those columns, made our pain entertainment, and I hadn't even been given a script. What broke me wasn't the betrayal or the humiliation, it was that, somewhere along the way, I actually became the person he wrote about. The longer I lived under his story, the more I shrank to fit it. I left him that night, not because of the women, or the lies, but because I wanted to remember who I was before the world knew me as his cautionary tale.